Ah, there it is. No, 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 not good enough. Almost. Ah, too late. And now it's gone. Wasn't quite able to catch it. That legendary Pokémon. What do you mean, catch it? We're not catching Pokémon in Poké Balls this time around. We're catching Pokémon on camera. Hello everyone, Treecks here. And welcome to my newest Let's Play. Welcome to the continuation of the coverage of the first generation of Pokémon games. And it's going to be the first Pokémon game where we're not going to make use of the famous battle system. This spin-off, we are catching Pokémon on camera and not in Poké Balls. Welcome to Pokémon Snap, the game I was already planning on playing as the next Pokémon game. And coincidence or not, at the very moment I've decided to actually play this game, Nintendo decided to actually include this game on Nintendo Switch Online Plus. Therefore, give me a perfect opportunity to record it from there. Because yes, this is going to be played on the Nintendo Switch. In fact, in the very same week it actually released. Even though I've already decided to go for the Donkey Kong Land 3 project first. That one was already planned. However, this is actually recorded in the very same week this got released on Nintendo Switch. Therefore, perfect to play it this way. It is also a game that got a sequel very recently after all these years, even though I still have not played that game yet. New Pokémon Snap it is called. Due to time limitations and also the fact that newer Pokémon games don't really interest me all that much, to be honest. For that reason I have not touched that game yet, but I do know it exists, of course. So maybe for later. But anyway, welcome to Pokémon Snap. It's going to be my next weekend's project. It's not the longest game that was ever made, and therefore it's not going to take very long. I think in a month's time I should be able to cover this game. Even though it has been a while since I last played this game, so there might be some slight rust here and there. But I think this is the kind of game that you can easily play on the go. It's pretty easy to find out what you need to do. And I'll try to catch every single Pokémon in this game. Get the approval from Professor Oak for every single Pokémon, even though it might take a couple of tries before I actually find out how to do it again. But eventually I will get there. I have no doubt about that. Okay, we start off with the options mode, obviously. Let's go see what this game can offer us when it comes to the options. Okay, apparently we have a screen option. This allows us to actually put the screen in a different position other than the center. If for some weird reason you want the screen to be elsewhere, this is where you can do that. However, I wouldn't know why you would want to change this. Okay, other options. We have sound. Just like pretty much all of the games from this time, you can switch between stereo and mono. Nothing too special about that. This one is more important, the Z button settings. In order to focus your camera in this game, which is what you're going to be using the most in this game, of course, your camera, we can actually choose to actually hold the Z button to focus it, or to actually switch it around. Press the Z once in order to get focus, and then again to lose focus. I think holding it feels the most natural. The control stick setup is actually the most important options of all. By default it is actually set on reverse, and I think that is a very bad idea. If you don't want to torture yourself, put the Y-axis on normal in this game. I can remember from the old days when I still played this game a little bit more often, that reversed Y-axis is pretty much hell in this game. So allow me to put it on normal. Okay. Write your name here and don't lose it. Professor Oak. Okay, apparently we get a photographer card. So we're allowed to take pictures. Apparently we're not allowed to do that normally. Okay, there we go. Good old Treecks. Now we have a license to take pictures of Pokemon. Let's go talk to good old Professor Oak about that.
Hello there.
Hello there, Treecks. I am Oak, the Pokémon Professor. The reason I invited you here is this Pokémon Report. I'd like for you to take pictures of Pokémon for the Pokémon Report. Here on Pokémon Island, wild Pokémon can be found everywhere. This is my new invention, the 01 vehicle. You can take this on your trip. The 01 vehicle constantly moves towards the goal gate. Shall I repeat this information? No, I've got it. Apparently this is an Unreal game. I'll teach you how to take pictures in the first course. I'm counting on you, Treecks. Okay, and here we get the main menu. As you can see, we have a Pokémon album. Currently it is empty, of course, we have not started yet. But here we can actually save our pictures. Other than the pictures that we're going to show to Professor Okido here. And there's also a save option. Every time you're not in a course, you can save your game if you would like. But this, one of the more famous sentences from this game, press A to do it. This is how we go to the courses. Currently we only have one, obviously. We're just getting started. Course 1 functions both as the most easy course in this game and the tutorial the very first time you play it. And this is a sunny beach. It looks great. I should get some awesome shots here. On the beach is where we can find the first set of Pokémon. Let's go capture them. On film. Yes. Okay, let's show off how this works. As you can see, we are on rail. The card controls itself. And while we're in it, we can press Z in order to aim. And then A to shoot the picture. And in order to get the best pictures, we want the Pokémon to be in the center of our little cursor. Indicated by the fact that the Pokémon's name also gets displayed the moment you take a correct picture. And yeah, as you may expect, there's lots of Pokémon to find. Here's Doduo, let's see if we can get him in the center. There we go. Here's a simple Pikachu, just standing still. But still, it's our first shot of a Pikachu. Okay, here's Butterfree. Also try to make sure to actually get pictures of Pokémon while looking in the camera. Professor Okido is not going to like it if the Pokémon are looking the other way. And then he's not going to be a Professor Okido. Oh, that's going to be a word pun I'm not going to let go for the rest of the project. Okay, here's a Snorlax. It's clearly a Snorlax, but the picture doesn't recognize him yet. Since he's sleeping. Apparently there's something else we need to do for that. Yeah, I hear you. I've already taken your picture, you stupid Meowth. Oh, you think you're interesting, huh? Okay, there's stuff happening in the grass there, it seems. There's not really something we can do about that yet. Oh, apparently it's a Meowth chasing a Pidgey. Not really two great pictures we can take here. We're also going to want to make sure we're as close to the Pokémon as we can be. And that will also improve your score for your pictures. Not just the fact that Pokémon need to be looking at the camera as much as they can. Ooh, there's lepers in the background there. But they are really far away, so... Can't really take good pictures of them. Okay, the Doduo is also not really helping. More Meowth chasing a Pidgey. Ooh, here's something. Some sort of ball. The camera does not seem to recognize it. But we do have an Eevee that's actually chasing that ball. Looks cute that way, so good picture. Okay, here's a Kangaskhan. That's also looking the other way, so I don't think Professor Oak is going to like this one. Okay, more Pidgeys. Oh, here's also something I can address. There's actually multiple Pidgeys here, and if you take a picture of them, you also get bonus points. Oh, here's Revenge of the Pidgeys. A knocked out Meowth. Not just having multiple of the same Pokemon in a picture can give you bonus points, but also actually the pose of a Pokemon. Just a standard Meowth is going to be less points than a Meowth that is knocked out by Pidgeys. Obviously. And it's stuff like that that we're going to want to look out for when going for the best scores for these pictures. But okay, let's go see how our christening went. As you can see, we have the option Oak's Mark. This is what we need to select in order to clear off the game. Here, we actually select the pictures that we're going to show to Professor Okido. However, we can only show one picture per Pokemon, so we do need to be careful which one we select, actually. There's a lot of Pokemon we saw the first trip through. Also a couple of pictures that won't count because of the Pokemon being unrecognizable. Okay, this is actually the tutorial picture. However, I still feel this is the best Pidgey picture that I've shot. Because I suck on my own. Okay, the Doduo is going to be troublesome because most of the pictures are far away or not in the center or him looking the other way. So I'm not too sure which one the best one is. Pikachu. Don't really have a whole lot of pictures of him. But this one looks like to be a good one. We're going to improve the Pikachu picture pretty soon anyway, so which one we select for him does not really matter a whole lot. Okay, Butterfree. This one looks like to be centered. Eevee. This one looks fine. Looking at the camera, in the center, and pretty close by. Yeah, this thing is not really counting. The moment the Pokemon is unrecognizable, you're not able to actually show it to Professor Oak. So this one we're going to have to ignore for now. Kangaskhan. Yeah, in all pictures he's looking the other way, so... Also a picture we can't really do too much about. Later on we'll find a way to actually improve the picture. But for now, this is the best we can do. Ooh, Meowth in the middle of a cyclone, or Meowth already being knocked out. Not really sure which one actually gives you more points. Oh, he even took a picture of lepers apparently. I was aiming for the Kangaskhan. Okay, this one is clearly not going to be good enough, but might as well bring it along so we can get lepers in the Pokémon Report at least. And it looks like that is all. All of the Pokemon I've taken a picture of, at least one of them has been selected. And once you've done so, you can bring it to Professor Oak. For his critical look on our pictures.
Yes.
Okay, this is how it works. What's new this time? Picture of Pidgey. Okay, this is Pidgey. He will actually judge the size. The closer you are to the Pokemon, the higher the score. This one is a little bit in the middle of the road, as you can see. A so-so. Around 500 points. Okay, and the pose. What the Pokemon is actually doing in the picture. In this case, flying. Best pose you can actually get for a Pidgey. Interesting for a tutorial picture. The technique will actually judge whether the Pokemon is in the middle of the frame, which will always double your score if it is the case. Otherwise, the score will not get doubled. And this even applies to pictures where multiple of the same Pokemon are in the picture. The most middle one will actually count. Okay, we can get bonus points if there's multiple of the same Pokemon in that picture. In this case, there's one in the background to the right, which will also give us some bonus points. The more there are, and the better they are in the picture, will give you more points. This is a small one, so not a whole lot of points. But that is how it works. And now for my own work. Non-tutorial pictures. Okay, the Doduo is pretty small. Kinda expected that. Okay, and his simple running around is not good enough for a pose. If you score too low, he will actually not approve the picture. And you will get a very low score for it. Okay, Pikachu. This one is pretty basic, but it should still count. Okay, 370 is not too bad. The pose. Okay, 1000 points. Maximum pose. He's in the middle of the picture, so a double. Everything above 2000 points is considered a good picture. Let's see if I can also score that with Butterfree. Okay, this seems to be good enough. In the middle, so topping 2000 points for him as well.
Wonderful.
Eevee. This one should also qualify. Yeah, good enough. Could go for a better one later, but this one now is good enough. And this one will not. Don't even have to bother looking at this one.
You were close.
It's way too small, so after the size, Professor Oak will already say no. Okay, Kangaskhan. Okay, the size is good enough. The pose is not.
You were close.
Yeah, that's what you get whenever you take pictures of Pokemon specs. Not good enough. But okay, Meowth should be fine. Even though it's far away, so the size is not really that interesting. It's a special pose, so we get a different dialogue. It's pretty funny, he will now say. But all with all, this picture will also qualify. 2240 points. Okay, once all pictures have been judged, it will get tallied up. And after scoring good enough in the tutorial, we get called back to the lab. I saw the pictures taken by Treecks. I saved those pictures in the Pokémon Report. I'll help you out once you have more Pokémon pictures. Good luck, Treecks. Oh, I've arranged it so that you can actually see the Pokémon Report. Okay, all of the work that we're doing for Professor Oak we can actually view right over here. Pokémon Report is our new option. As you can see, it actually shows off the number of Pokémon that we've seen and the total number of points that we've gotten for it. In the report itself, we actually get a complete summary of all of the Pokémon and the score we've got for them, and on what course we've actually gotten it. And as you can see, even if your picture isn't good enough, the Pokémon will still count for the Pokémon report, even though the scores are terrible. We can actually rearrange them in a multitude of orders, by Pokédex entry, by alphabetical order. We can list them by course, or we can list them by score. Best pictures first, sucky pictures last. But of course, this list is actually more than just a list. We can actually also look at the pictures. The best picture of every Pokémon we've took actually gets saved here. And by looking at the pictures individually, we can even break down their scores, as you can see. That's pretty much how the Pokémon report works. We also have the option to actually look at our best shot taken so far. And my best shot after the first course already proves that I kinda suck at this game, because my best shot is actually the tutorial shot. The shot that the game actually made me take. On my own, I'm not good enough. However, there might still be hope for me. Let's go try the beach a second time. Treecks can go to the next course. Oh yeah, of course, if you complete the tutorial, actually score good enough, you also get access to stage 2 already. Yes. However, I feel I'm not done with the first one yet. Now that the tutorial and the explanation is over, I'd like to try again actually. See if I can actually improve some of the pictures. I might also be able to actually get a certain number of poses for some Pokemon. Okay, I need to try to get a good picture of Doduo. Because that one actually got thrown out of the window by Professor Okido. Lapras might also become a problem. Kind of forgot how to take a good picture of him. Hopefully I'm actually able to find out later. Okay, here's a weird rock formation. This looks interesting. Oh, and according to the game, this actually is something. However, it depicted it as a question mark, so apparently it still does not count, but apparently it was something. Okay, closer. Okay, that was a good picture. 2 Butterfrees and pretty close by. That might improve my Butterfree picture. Okay, this Meowth is not fully in focus from that rock, so I doubt that would be able to actually improve my picture of him. Okay, is there more that I missed somewhere around here? Okay, there should be Laprases in the distance here. Hey, don't go down. Still going to be better than the first picture I took, but I doubt that one would be good enough. Whenever Pokemon are far away, it's pretty much impossible to get an approval sign. Whenever taking a picture of any Pokemon, they have to be in the center, close by, and looking at the camera, or at least slightly looking at the camera. Oh, oops. Oh yeah, of course, you can use the C buttons in order to swing the camera around 90 degrees. Completely forgot about that. 19 minutes in the video and I'm still talking about controls. Okay, here's the Eevee. I've already got a good picture of him. I'm more interested in the Lapras, even though I doubt I'm actually able to get him close enough. Okay, that's the best I can do. Kangaskhan, I don't have to bother. Currently, I still don't have a way to actually get its attention and make him turn around. But trust me, later we will. Because now we're only equipped with our camera. No other equipment. But trust me, as you may expect, later on, the further and further we get in this game, we might actually be able to work with more equipment than just our camera. But we need to unlock that stuff first. Okay, and there goes our second trip across the beach. Let's go see if we actually improve some of our pictures. I'm pretty sure all of the Pokemon that I can take a picture of in the beach right now, I've actually been able to take a picture of. Okay, this Doduo should be a lot better. Even though, yeah, once again, I've only got pictures of him looking the other way. Okay, Okay, I hope I can get away with it. Okay, and this one apparently does not count, even though the game does consider it something, but apparently not enough to actually turn it in. Perhaps something we can find out later. Okay, none of these Lapras pictures are good enough. They're still too far away. Okay, let's go see which one is the best one. I'm not too sure if they're going to get rejected anyway. Perhaps I'll find out later how to actually get a good picture of Lapras. For now, this is the best I can do. Okay, let's go see if we can get a good picture for Doduo now. Okay, the size is better. Oh, thank you! I thought he was still looking the other way, but apparently the pose is good enough. And therefore, the Doduo picture is finally approved. That is not going to be the case for Lapras. Okay, it is bigger, but still way too far away. But an improvement of 10 points. Okay, if we can get 7,800 more points, we actually get something apparently.
Welcome back.
However, it looks like we're running dry a little bit on that first course. However, we've also unlocked the second course by now, so I have a hunch that we're able to actually find new Pokemon there and therefore improve our score. But anyway, this was the tutorial episode for Pokémon Snap. Part 1 is now complete. Next time we will really get started with this game, go to a different course and see what more we can find on this island. And hopefully this dude over here thinks it's good enough. Thanks for watching and Treecks out.